Varied notions of imaginary countries have long been a cornerstone of fantastical literature, offering readers an escape into worlds filled with magic, mythical creatures, and epic struggles between good and evil. These invented realms, often governed by their own set of rules, politics, and histories, allow authors to explore themes of power, identity, and human nature in ways that mirror our own world. Whether through allegory or sheer invention, these novels transport us to places beyond the confines of reality. Here are 10 of the best novels set in such fantastical lands. Number 1. The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Set in the richly detailed world of Middle-earth, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, published in 1954 and 1955, is one of the most iconic fantasy series ever written. Middle-earth is an intricate landscape of diverse nations and races, ranging from the peaceful Shire of the Hobbits to the majestic elven realms of Rivendell and Lothlorien. Tolkien's detailed world-building extends beyond geography, as Middle-earth boasts its own history, languages and lore. The story follows Frodo Baggins's quest to destroy the One Ring, which threatens the balance of power in this mythical world. With its complex politics and alliances, Middle-earth is a country that has inspired generations of readers and set the standard for fantasy literature. Number 2. Gormenghast by Mervyn Peake. The Gormenghast series, first published in 1950, is primarily set in the sprawling, decaying castle of Gormenghast and takes readers to a Gothic world unlike any other. The country of Gormenghast is steeped in ritual and tradition, where the ruling family, the Groans, are bound by centuries-old customs. Titus Groan, the heir to the throne, grows up in this oppressive environment, and much of the narrative is focused on his struggle against the weight of Gormenghast's legacy. Peake's Baroque prose and dark, atmospheric setting make this an unforgettable portrait of an isolated kingdom in decay. Number 3. The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. The Chronicles of Narnia is a series of 7 portal fantasy novels by British author C.S. Lewis, published between 1950 and 1956. The world of Narnia, which children from our world enter through a magical wardrobe, is a land of talking animals, mythical creatures, and an ongoing struggle between the forces of good and evil. In The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, the most famous entry in the Chronicles of Narnia, the Pevensie siblings find themselves caught in a battle between the noble Aslan and the tyrannical White Witch. Narnia's seasons, its rulers, and even its creatures often serve as allegories for deeper spiritual and moral themes, making the country not just fantastical but also a canvas for Lewis's exploration of Christian theology. Number 4. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. Set on the icy planet of Gethen, the novel The Left Hand of Darkness, published in 1969, takes place in the imaginary nations of Karhide and Orgorain, both of which are inhabited by an androgynous race of people who only become male or female during brief reproductive periods. Le Guin's novel, part of her Hainish cycle, is as much an exploration of gender and social structure as it is a fantastical journey. The countries of Gethen, with their unique politics and customs, challenge both the protagonist and the reader's assumptions about identity and power, making this a deeply thought-provoking and original imagined world. Number 5. The Princess Bride by William Goldman. The Kingdom of Florin is a fantastical country where adventure, romance and humor intertwine. In The Princess Bride, a fantasy romance novel published in 1973, the fictional realm is home to sword-wielding heroes, giants and scheming villains. The story follows the quest of Wesley, a farm boy turned pirate, to rescue his beloved Buttercup from the clutches of Prince Humperdinck. With its fairy tale setting, Florin plays host to a series of absurd and thrilling adventures, blending fantasy, satire, and genuine emotion. Goldman's wit and playful narrative style make this imaginary country both endearing and exciting. Number 6. Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire. In Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, an American novel published in 1995, Maguire reimagines the land of Oz, originally created by L. Frank Baum, through the eyes of Elphaba, the so-called Wicked Witch of the West. The novel delves deep into the political and social structures of Oz, revealing a complex world filled with racial tensions, corrupt governments, and moral ambiguity. Maguire's Oz is far more than a whimsical land of munchkins and talking animals. It's a mirror for contemporary societal issues. The novel presents a vivid, multi-layered country, transforming Oz into a place where no one is wholly good or evil. Now, number 7, The City and the City by China Miéville. In Miéville's The City and the City, a novel published in 2009, readers are introduced to the unique twin cities of Bessel and Ulcoma, two cities that occupy the same geographical space but are perceived as separate entities by their inhabitants. The novel follows Inspector Théodore Bourlou as he investigates a murder that seems to transcend the boundaries between the cities. The countries of Bessel and Ulcoma challenge the very concept of place, forcing readers to question the nature of borders, identity, and reality itself. Miéville's richly imagined cities are a surreal, thought-provoking addition to the genre. Number 8, Neverware by Neil Gaiman. Beneath the streets of London lies the hidden world of London below, a fantastical and dark mirror of the city above. In Neverware, a novel published in connection with the urban fantasy television series that first appeared on BBC Two in 1996, Richard Mayhew accidentally slips into this subterranean realm, filled with dangerous creatures, strange alliances, and forgotten characters. London below operates by its own set of rules, and its inhabitants, like the Lady Dor and the enigmatic Marquis de Carabas, add to the sense of wonder and peril. Gaiman's world-building is atmospheric and immersive, making London below a haunting and imaginative setting that captivates readers. Number 9, The Once and Future King by T.H. White. Set in the mythical kingdom of Camelot, The Once and Future King, published in 1958, reimagines the legend of King Arthur, his knights, and the wizard Merlin. White's Camelot is a place of both grandeur and moral complexity, where the ideals of justice, honor, and chivalry are constantly tested. As Arthur strives to create a utopian society, the kingdom is pulled apart by internal strife and betrayal. White's portrayal of Camelot, with its blend of magic, political intrigue, and philosophical musings, makes it one of the most enduring fictional kingdoms in literature. Number 10, The Scar by China Miéville. Set in the floating city of Armada, The Scar, a weird fantasy novel published in 2002, takes readers to a fantastical nation built from countless ships lashed together. Armada sails the high seas, and its diverse inhabitants are bound by complex laws and customs. The novel follows Belis Coldwine, who is abducted and brought to this pirate city, where she becomes embroiled in a quest for power and discovery. Miéville's detailed world-building creates a city unlike any other, with its own strange technology, politics, and culture. Armada's ever-shifting, fluid nature makes it a fascinating and unpredictable setting. These novels take readers on journeys through fantastical countries where anything is possible. From Middle-earth to Camelot, these imaginary lands are not only the backdrop for epic adventures, but also reflections of the human condition. Through the creation of these rich, detailed worlds, authors give readers a chance to explore universal themes in settings unbound by the limits of reality, making each story as timeless as the lands they depict.